Hello everyone, we're from
Group 6, Inter
6.
Let me introduce the group. My name is Matthew.
I'm Nathan,
I'm Queen. I'm Zia.
and in this short video, we'll explore how the sociological concept of power, authority, and domination are reflected in everyday life through a real case in Pasar Gede Bage, Bandung.
Let's get into the video.
We interviewed Mr. Iksan and his wife, who has been selling fish here since 1992. As longtime vendors, they have developed strong ties with customers and fellow sellers. Every day, they start selling as early as 3 a.m. and wrap up around 10 a.m. or even earlier if they sell out. From their experience, we can see how market life is shaped not just by economics but by social systems of power and cooperation that are often invisible but very real.
Authority types and patron and client relations. In this context, we found that there are three distinct forms of authority. First, legal rational authorities come from the market management. They organize renovations, provide waste disposal service, and determine rental fees. Looking into the economic capital, Mr. Isan pays 450,000 rupiahs per month for his stall, and Ibu Siti pays 600,000 rupiahs. His relationship with the management reflects normal structures of control. Second, traditional authority exists through seniority and continuity. Because Mr. Isan has sold here for decades and inherited the practice from his parents, he has gained the social capital of information aspect and a kind of status among other vendors.
Thirdly, there's charismatic authority, comes from personal traits. Friendly, honest sellers tend to attract repeat customers, creating influence that isn't based on like an official role, but on reputation. This is also a cultural capital where Pak Ihsan has knowledge of fish types, pricing strategies, seperti harga rata-rata melihat kompetitor, and general know-how as he has been operating since 1992. Next, there is a symbol capital where the market management has authority as the official market regulator, such as enforcing stall locations. Another is from Pak Ihsan's booth, as customer remembered the booth they commonly visit, making it like a symbol of trust. We also saw a patron-client dynamics. So the management is the patron, offering space and services, and the vendors are the client who depend on them to operate. However, this relationship is mutual. Without the sellers, the market would not function, and without the market management, the management will be on chaos. Interestingly, even within Mr. Ihsan's own family, we saw another layer of power. His son acts as a supplier, bringing fish from Pasar Ciroyom to his parents' stall. As a suppliers, he holds a degree of control over the commodity chain and timing of goods. So this introduced us a clear example of social stratification. At top, there's a market manager who controls space and policies. In the middle, there are suppliers who manage goods and logistics. And at the bottom, there's retail vendors who sell directly to customer and bear daily risks.
Then, vendors depend on them for space and services. And next, there's a horizontal relationships. Vendors like Pak Ihsan and Bu Siti to cooperate but compete healthy, although often replacing Pak Ihsan's role. His son also takes the role of their suppliers who transport the fish from Pasar Caringin as the secondary patrons and controlling commodity flow. So, despite this hierarchy, all roles are interdependent. Each level relies on the others to keep the market system functioning. And for cooperation and conclusion, even with these structures of power, the culture in Pasar Gede Bage remains largely cooperative. Vendors help each other when someone runs low on stock.
There's little direct competition between stalls because maintaining good relationship is more beneficial than fighting over profit. This shows that domination is not always about force or conflict. In fact, it's often absent when power is exercised through trust, habit, and shared norms. Overall, this case illustrates how power in society can be subtle and relational. Authority isn't always formal, and domination doesn't always mean control. What sustains this social system is mutual respect, community values, and practical cooperation.
Thank you guys for watching.
Hope you have a nice day.
Bye bye.